It's afternoon on Ko Samui. To leave the island with the vehicle, you must take a ferry. There are two main companies, Citron and Raja Ferry. I'm taking Raja Ferry because it's closer to my house, even if it's less fancy. The price for one-way ticket is 140 baht, or about $4 per person. If you bring a motorcycle like me, the ticket is 230 baht, which is about $7. For both you and the bike, the journey takes about 1.5 hours. On the ferry, you have a few places to sit. Downstairs, there's an open air area with great views of the sea. Inside, there's a space with the fans and sometimes air conditioning. Then, there's the upper deck, also open air with amazing views, but you get full sun and wind. I chose the upper deck. It was empty, so I had the whole space for myself. I spent the time alone with a strong wind blowing all around me and the engines buzzing. It was a perfect start to the journey as the island slowly disappeared. It's interesting to see how this ferry is parked. There's a special corner of the pier, like very old and rusty. They actually hit this corner on purpose. The ferry bounces off it and that helps guide it into place. At the Donsat Pier, my journey continues now. Next stop, Langsuan town, about 150 kilometers away. I'll spend the night there before heading to Ranong. Along the way, I pulled over to stretch and rehydrate. As the sun began its descent, the golden hour light transformed everything. Now the landscape is incredibly beautiful and I am almost in Langsuan. In Langsuan, I easily found a nice hotel with the room for the night. Thailand offers great places to stay anywhere. This one was a 2-story room with a private shower, small kitchen and a bedroom upstairs. For just 600 baht, about $19, it was amazing. Now it's time to rest. As the first sunlight touched Langsuan, I was already getting ready to continue the journey. Ranong was now just about 120 kilometers away. It was a beautiful sunny morning, a gift from the rainy season, so I thought. The true test was yet to come. Halfway to Ranong, I saw a turn sign for waterfalls. I love natural waterfalls, and during rainy season, they're always especially beautiful. So I decided to turn off the main road and go check out this waterfall. When I reached the waterfall, the trail to it was completely flooded. It looked like a river. I stopped and thought about walking through that deep water just for the video, but I decided not to. I tried to find another way around, but it was just thick jungle and a small toilet building, so I had to turn back. Defeated. Just a few kilometers from Ranong, I saw the incredible huge waterfall. It was massive, literally like hundreds of meters tall. A truly stunning sight. Finally, I arrived in Ranong and found a nice cozy hotel. It was a short walk from the famous hot springs. The room was just 600 baht for the night, and it even included a simple but tasty breakfast. After checking in, I quickly took a hot shower and changed my clothes. I was tired of sitting after a long ride, so I went out for a walk to get my blood flowing. Ranong can be a dangerous place. One wrong turn and you might face extremely friendly pet cow. I had no fixed plan for this trip. Instead, I decided to go with the flow. This time, intuition led me to a sign pointing to a viewport. It was a brand new viewport just built last year. The entrance fee was 30 baht, and there was a special rule. You needed to wear the provided shoes and socks. Since I didn't have any socks with me, I had to buy a pair for 30 baht. Walking to the top takes about 10 to 15 minutes. For the elderly or disabled, there is also a convenient elevator. Once you reach the top, there's a fantastic observation deck. From here you can see all the mountains around and the city stretches out below. It's a view that really makes you think, perfect for this philosophical photo. After leaving the viewpoint, I went to the palace, the famous Ranong Palace. Sadly, it was closed until October, but I still walked around outside. This beautiful palace built from thick wood. It's a replica of a residence made for King Rama V in 1890. Next, I walked to Ranong Main Street. At night, it becomes a walk-in street and night market. But I forgot it was Wednesday and the market only happens on weekends. Still, I made sure to take some shots of the interesting buildings in a way. They reminded me of an old town in Penang in Malaysia where you have those kind of colonial style buildings. I haven't eaten today yet, so it was a time to fuel the body. I found a cozy restaurant in the alley, traditional vibe and a lot of options in the menu. I ordered Ko Samui, a traditional northern coconut milk soup with egg noodles. I also tried fried tofu. This was a northern Thailand or Myanmar style tofu, soft and delicious. And for dessert, I ordered chili fried rice. Comes with the different toppings on the side: nuts, chilies, garlic, lime, fried egg, some cucumbers, and a homemade chili paste. They also gifted me with a few mangosteens at the end. Food was truly delicious. The portions were big and the price was amazing. 240 baht for all 3 dishes. I was so impressed by the place that I came back here for the next day as well. One of the best ways to move around in Thailand is bike taxi. I used it to come back to my hotel and finally rest. The ride was quick, about 10 minutes, and it cost only 30 baht. The next day I had to ride to the one place that I truly wanted to visit, the coffee plantation. Today's ride to the coffee plantation will be about 60 kilometers north. I really love coffee and always wanted to visit a place like that. At some point you will probably ask me, V, why do you have the monk on the back of your bike? Well, that's because I met him while he was hitchhiking, and I decided to give him a ride. Finally, I arrived at the plantation. They have a cozy cafe here serving food and drinks. I hadn't had breakfast yet, so I decided to taste their coffee and eat something first. I ordered mocha pot coffee. For 60 baht, you get about 3 cups. They serve it with a special coffee blossom tea. I heard this tea helps clean your taste buds before you drink the coffee. One man in the cafe also told me it helps control blood sugar, but I'm not sure if that's true. When the time comes to food and I don't know what to order, I usually go with the fried rice. I don't know about the coffee blossom tea, but this thing definitely messing up with the blood sugar. After the meal, I went to check out their shop. They sell many different kinds of hand-roasted coffee beans and other coffee products here. And sure, I picked up the small coffee bag for myself. They showed me the steps for making the coffee. The first stage is to separate the bad beans from the good ones. This all done carefully by hands. After sorting, the beans are roasted in a special pan, and then they're carefully stored in bags. If you only could smell this, the aroma is just incredible. For the first time in my life, I saw a coffee plant, thanks to the kind staff that's showing me around. And of course, no Thai garden would stand without some cocks and chicks. The staff at the plantation recommended me a waterfall nearby, and since my first attempt to see a waterfall failed, I really wanted the revenge. During rainy season, the sides of the road are extremely slippery. That was my thoughts. And then this happened. I'm fine and bike is fine, but need to be more aware even on the low speeds. When I arrived at this waterfall, the security lady told me it was closed and didn't let me pass. It's likely this one was also flooded. My second attempt to see a waterfall failed. This was becoming a pattern. But I quickly found a great substitute nearby. It wasn't a waterfall, but an abandoned cave. Inside the cave, there was no light at all. It was too dark to go anywhere without a proper flashlight. I tried to find a switch outside to turn on the lights, but it didn't work, so I had to search inside. Hundreds of beds were there, along with the really bad smell and perhaps a new coronavirus just waiting in the dark corner. I carefully looked for the wires that might lead to a light switch and found one, but it was guarded by this young man who scared the shit out of me. At the end, there was no power in the cave, so I had to go back, because without the light, I can't do anything. Luckily, outside the cave, I met a lot of monkeys. Tried to get closer for better shots, but they kept their distance until those two Thai ladies appeared and started to throw bananas. When the feast began, monkeys stopped worried about me. This was my chance, and I was finally able to sit closer and just watch them. After some time, as the bananas ran out, this monkey started trying to come at me from behind. He had aggressive behavior, but I tried to stand my ground, so he retreated at first. But to win a battle is not to win a war. This time he brought a friend. They both started to be really aggressive. Since I didn't have any monkey friend with me, I decided it was the best to leave them their own space. As a true hero, while driving away, of course I tried to run over this motherfucker, but I couldn't find him. So I left. On my way back to Ranong, something incredible happened. After so many failed attempts with waterfalls, I finally found one more on the way, and it was open. All the challenges were worth to see that. Stunning, magical, and meditative environment. An incredible inner satisfaction. After arriving back to Ranong, it was time for some spa service for motorcycle. His name is Phil, by the way. My last evening in Ranong I will spend on a famous hot springs. These hot springs are absolutely free for everyone. They have a pools with different temperatures where you can soak and enjoy. During the rainy season, you just can't imagine how it is satisfying to soak your feet in the hot water. There's also a paid option available. For a small entry fee, I believe about 50 Thai baht, you can get access to the pool, towels and the sunbeds. It's a nice way if you want a bit more comfort. The hot springs are surrounded by a large area. You will find some resting spots, bridge crossing the mountain river, even a running track. It's a great place to relax and enjoy the nature. The beauty of Thailand is that almost in any corner you can find a street food vendor. So my dinner for today is watermelon and guava. And I also made a new friend. Where were you when I was fighting those monkeys? When darkness falls, the entire area looks completely different. There's also one more really cool place here. A special floor heated by the hot springs themselves. Locals love to hang out there, chilling on the warm floor and simply relaxing. After being in the skin of the blogger for 4 days, it's finally my turn to soak in ecstasy and finish that trip. If you also want to see how I came back to Samui, I totally recommend you to watch this video backwards.